You witnessed a murder here, Mr. Needham. Tell me everything. No prevarications, please.
It's an habit, and I got reasons I don't mind saying. I'm frightened, Mr. Holmes. These was cold customers.
I'll keep your part in this a secret, Needham. Just tell me the truth.
I'll take you at your word. I just tied up at the needle to rest, been sculling for hours with nothing to show for it. I'm about to climb the stairs when a voice says,
I'll take whatever you've got.
Oh, I thinks. There's something dodgy, a robbery maybe, but right away a different voice says,
I might have £1 in my wallet, I'll look.
Well, I thinks, that's all right then, and I'm about to show myself when the second voice says,
Vincent, what are you doing?
And there's an explosion! And then another. My head's ringing. A body tumbles into the river. I'm shaking. But I pick round the wall. A third man on the landing towers over a bloke holding a pistol. I hide again.
Du bist wahnsinnig.
There's a few odd words, a slap, a scrape, and a splash. Then footsteps moving away. That's it, Mr. Holmes, for true. I went to fetch the body before it got swept downstream.
Tell me about the argument after the shots. What exactly did you hear?
A strange voice says something odd like dubious fancy, and then a sound like clapping hands, a clank and a scraping sound, quick like, and a splash in the water opposite the bow of my wherry, then footsteps moving away.
What do you recall about the men you saw?
I never seen the victim's face, and when I picked him up, his face was gone. The killer wore a dark coat and hat, collar up, had hard eyes. The third bloke came out of the light. I saw him a little, big hat and cape, yellow beard and some sort of mark on his right cheek.
Thank you, Mr. Needham.
Can I be on my way then? Some good pickings out there.
Just a bit longer. You're an invaluable witness, very observant.
I make my living with my eyes.
Could you find the object that made the splash, Mr. Needham?
Water and me don't agree, Gov. I don't swim, don't even wade, don't drink it, hardly bathe in it.
I've noticed. You won't need to get wet. I want your guidance. Just tell me where you heard the splash.
How bad did you need it?
A guinea's worth?
It's as good as found. If you got the means, I got the will.
Be specific, Mr. Needham. We're looking for a critical piece of evidence.
It's deep in the corner, close to the wall, I'd swear to it.
Do you often tie up on the embankment, Mr. Needham?
Haven't got the habit yet, and there's nothing of value on land for me. But I like the needle, interesting to look at, to think about.
Good job, Needham. Your eye is incomparable.
Nasty things, wet, Mr. Holmes, but dangerous for all that, I'll wager.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Needham. I hope we have no need to trouble you further. In this light, I can't do much better than the cretinous constable.
You could do better on hearsay.
Perhaps, but there's no need to rely on his eyes. This could be instructive, very promising. A mass-produced button is less informative than its custom-made predecessor, but it might mean something to Stitch Rumsey.
You'll wear out your welcome with him. You don't even know the provenance of that piece.
There's some writing on the fob, but I can't make it out.
You need better light.
I'll need a good bit more than that. I beg your pardon, madam. Might I have a brief word with Mr. Ramsay?
No. Mr. Ramsay is not free.
What is that racket, Watson?
The treadles of sewing machines, I imagine.
I mean the voices.
Can you not appreciate the dulcet tones of the Orient, Holmes?
My pedestrian mind cannot appreciate what it cannot understand. Have you chosen a fabric for one of Ramsay's incomparable suits?
In my dreams, Holmes. The practice won't support one at the moment. Perhaps when we're famous.
Among the costumes, the hero of Trafalgar seems a popular choice.
One wonders if the jacket comes sans right sleeve. Perhaps an eye patch may be let.
Among the costumes, the hero of Trafalgar seems a popular choice.
One wonders if the jacket comes sans right sleeve. Perhaps an eye patch may be let.
If you might spare me a moment, Stitch, I would appreciate it.
Right away, Mr. Holmes. I'm just finishing up with Mrs. Rowbottom.
I'll tell you when we're finished, Mr. Ramsay. I'm paying good money and I expect no less than your undivided attention.
I'll grow grey before Mrs. Rowbottom is satisfied.
Claim pressing business, national emergency and so on.
Worthless. I know her type. Obstinate as a mule.
A pointed threat might remove her recalcitrance.
Watson, you surprise me. Besides, have you not remarked the size of her handbag? Who knows what she has in there? I've decided on a strategy to shift La Rowbottom.
A subterfuge, then. But not too subtle, I hope. It would be lost on her.
She appears to be a woman whose sense of propriety may be vulnerable to judicious tweaking. Follow my lead.
Try not to be too offensive. She's Ramsay's customer, after all.
The fabric of your frock has become a favourite of the demi-monde.
You've seen it elsewhere?
Indeed. Watson, did we not recently see this particular material at the Chelsea Burlesque?
That young woman whom Bingo Oakshott insists on calling his protégée was draped in it. A dress, wasn't it? What there was of it.
You disremember her dress, but she had it on so briefly. No, it was the drawing-room curtains which she wore as a shawl.
Or was it a towel from the loo? Good day to you, madam.
I'm sorry, Stitch. I had to get rid of her.
Oh, I can live without her custom, Mr. Holmes. Much more trouble than it's worth. If you're looking for a job as a floor walker, I'll hire you.
This needle seems to have outlived its usefulness. Might I take it?
You're welcome to it. It served me well. May it serve you, though I can't imagine how.
Has the move to Jermyn Street been advantageous, Stitch?
A bit more money, but I don't laugh so much as I did in Piccadilly.
A more serious sort of clientele comes round here?
They take themselves more seriously anywise. They dress better, more brass, but they're much the same.
I'm not surprised that a man of your experience is undeceived by appearances. What can your practised eye tell me about this button, Stitch?
I'm sure you know its tortoise shell has a continental finish, Dutch maybe. The thread is nothing special, sewn to a coat, I'd say. Not off the peg, custom made, but not too dear.
Available locally?
Not here. I've got the largest inventory in England. Help yourself, you need one.
I've a mission for you, boy. Small chance of success, but the game is worth the candle.
Nice to be needed, sir. What's the job?
Find a man, thick-set, tall, fair, and bearded. Perhaps a blemish on one cheek. Maybe wearing a dark cape and slouch hat over country clothes.
A gentleman? Eye colour? Age? Habits?
Unobserved. Confine your efforts to Trafalgar and the embassies. And be careful. At the very least, he keeps dangerous company. What would you recommend as a course of action, Watson?
I'd follow my instincts, but I won't waste my breath endorsing that path to you. Don't despair of your own methods now.
Between the two of us, Doctor, there are occasions when feeling may serve us better than rational thought. Recommendations, Watson?
Nothing material, Holmes. I'm sorry. Despite your best efforts, I've understood little of what I've seen or heard.
But you have an inclination, surely.
Well, you might assert more of your own presence in the investigation. Yours is the finest mind for detection in the world. I don't believe you have exploited the leads that you have taken such pains to develop.
The microscope can't do better than my eye. The gold is old, thin, and smeared. You might want to open the window, Watson.
If you're going to use acid on the metal, please take care. You remember what happened last time. Very unsettling to hear a woman of advanced years yell that loudly.
The aqua regia removed the gold fill very nicely. The engraving is visible. The inscription reads, "To commemorate your majority, 23,676. If our victim was a Cambridge man, he probably entered in 74. Let us resume our investigation, Watson.
I'm prepared to follow you anywhere, Holmes.
All aboard! Train to Eastham, Cambridge, Newmarket and Norwich. Fleming's been porter at Magdalen since King Charles lost his head. Marvellous character. Remembers everything. And he's eager to tell it all for a pint or two.
Was Magdalen your college then?
No, my chemistry tutor was a fellow there. I visited his rooms one term.
I've never been clear on your university days. Where did you study when you came up?
I'll need to rest, Watson. Wake me when we arrive, will you?
Sleeping? That's fine. Wonderful. What about our other inquiries? Any ideas? Do you think Mycroft is still in danger? Are we? Well, I suppose nothing much can happen on a train.
Fleming? Fleming, old fellow, how are you? College closed. Fleming, I say rouse yourself, sir. This won't do, Watson. He requires some hair from the dog that bit him.
It must have been a huge dog. Shall I check his pulse?
No need. Collect a couple of bottles of strong ale from the public house we passed, will you? Mind it's not small beer.
Some porter for the porter. Sorry, Holmes.
Nothing changes very much in Cambridge, Watson.
I'm sure the pace of change is slow, but the aura of immutability is perpetrated by porters and dons. They are eternal. Everyone else is transient. They have an interest in perpetuating the illusion, and your frozen memory assists them.
It was merely an observation, Watson. Excuse me. I'm sure those oars haven't moved since I used to visit here.
The very walls appear to have been built up around them.
Not so old as that, Watson, though sometimes I feel it. The oars came here in the year of my birth. Will you have a drink, Fleming?
Never while on duty, sir. Now, please move along. You're trespassing on college grounds.
Would you oblige us, Fleming, with your opinion? We're evaluating this ale.
Happy to assist young gentlemen in the pursuit of knowledge. So for science, as you might say. Excellent. I recognize you, don't I?
I'm pleased to think you might. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Of course you are. Never forget a face, Mr. Holmes. Just takes me a bit longer to focus. You're keeping well? Haven't gained a stone since you went down. I read your exploits and beatings. And this is Dr. Watson, is it? Pleased, I'm sure.
Even after all these years, my recollections of this place are so vivid. Is that unusual, Fleming?
Not at all, sir. We are what we remember. As the bard says, even purpose is but a slave to memory.
I need to excavate your prodigious memory, Fleming. May I do that?
I enjoy a good mystery. Dig away, sir.
I saw a tattoo on a corpse. Something about it reminded me of Cambridge.
A view of Trumpington Street.
Nothing so definitive. It's a neatly rendered blooming rose. You're familiar with such a figure?
If it was engraved on the subject's backside, it might be the badge of the Tudor Rose.
The Arcane Social Club? Of course. The symbol of England was their sign. I had no idea those rare birds marked themselves.
Since your time, sir. Been a drinking club for more than a decade, carousing and such. Nothing much secret about it. All boys are ashamed to be associated with the newer members. University may revoke their charter, is what I heard.
Is the artist a local man?
Jack Canvas in Cheapside designed the tattoo version from an old print drawing. I'm told he recently passed over.
Yes, I should have recognized his hand, but my brain was fixed on the subject matter. The delicate petals set along the brambles and the thorns. Unexpectedly lovely. I've seen the painting, of course.
As a symbol, the old boys was thinking they were England's best.
Some of them proved it, but their successors took to advertising, trying to convince themselves, perhaps.
True quality never commends itself, Mr. Holmes.
The Tudor Rose drew its members from the whole university, didn't it?
Indeed. Over the years, there's been hundreds of initiates.
Do you remember all the Magdalen men?
Their names run together now, but I do recognize most of them.
Regrettably, I don't have a name or a face. I have reason to believe my corpse was a Magdalen man and a member of the Tudor Rose.
If he came here after 1860, I may have him in my albums.
Could we look through your portraits of the previous classes?
But that's thousands of young gentlemen, Mr. Holmes. 100 or more would have joined the Tudor Rose.
Would the date of a student's matriculation narrow the field sufficiently?
It might. My memory's good, but not flawless. And some of these characters were more memorable than others.
I believe this boy turned 19 in June of 1874 and came to college for the Michaelmas term that year.
Let me check my photographs. Ah, yes, 1874. A rum class. Bright, no question. But rum.
Anybody there who later joined the Tudor Rose?
Let's see. There's Dundalk, the Earl's youngest boy. Died in the Transvaal, I heard. And Lawton is a lord since his pater passed on. An MP, I believe. Oh, yes. His special friend was Pratt. An orphan came to us from India. Strange boy. Don't know what became of him. And Cunard is making his fortune in Australia. That's all, I think.
Thank you, Fleming. Very helpful.
A pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure to see one of my young gentlemen.
What are these photographs, Fleming?
Young gentlemen of Magdalen, Mr. Holmes. I keep the most recent classes on display. Their families seem to enjoy it.
Is this your bicycle, Fleming? I don't remember you as the foolhardy type.
Certainly not, Mr. Holmes. I'm unsteady enough on my own legs. Some of the young gentlemen take it out for a turn from time to time.
Pratt and Lawton together. This is too terrible to be a coincidence, Watson. Our corpse is the ex-Thomas Pratt, I'm certain of it.
If you say so, Holmes. I'm a bit baffled.
Cambridge can reveal no more about the present case. We can just make the next train to London. I wish to see Pratt's effects, and then we'll carry the bad news to Lord Lawton. We've just time to catch the next train to London.
Excellent. Let's be off.
I'm afraid I carry some deplorable news. Mr. Pratt has been murdered.
How extremely vexing. I wonder if he remembered me in his will. He's 6 months behind in the rent.
You'll have to absorb that cost. He's paid a higher price.
This is very inconvenient. Mr. Mason always said I was too kind for this world.
I'm sure he was a flawless judge of character. Are you familiar with any of Mr. Pratt's haunts? Clubs, saloon bars, salons, and such?
No. His leisure activities are a mystery to me. There was his painting, of course.
Might we look at Mr. Pratt's effects? It can make no difference to the deceased.
As you're not the police, I think not. Even the defunct have some right to privacy. There may be personal items about.
Of a marketable nature, perhaps? Could you identify Pratt for the police if requested?
I should think so. He lived here for more than 3 years. I know his face is my own.
But could you recognize him without reference to his face?
No. But why would I be asked to do that?
Do you know anything about Pratt's years at Cambridge?
Nothing. But he was a university man, that's for certain. I only let rooms to that sort of person.
Do you have a likeness of Mr. Pratt in your flat that we might borrow?
We did not have that kind of relationship, Mr. Holmes.
What kind is that?
You know very well what kind. The kind that exchanges personal photographs. We were not intimate friends. No one could prove that charge.
Did Mr. Pratt have any special friends?
Only Mr. Spacemaker. But I haven't seen him in more than a month.
Spacemaker?
Yes, unusual name, isn't it? Peculiar young man. As pretty as any girl.
The flat lacks its own bathtub. Where did he perform his weekly ablutions?
He had rights to one in the basement, but he preferred Neville's in Charing Cross. No doubt a reprobate's delight. All manner of dissipation and depravity are likely to be served with soap and water.
I'm unfamiliar with that particular pleasure palace. I perceive you have a question, Watson.
Shouldn't we find out more about this fellow Spacemaker, where he lives and so on? He might be able to help.
Doubtful, Doctor. The name is certainly an alias. The bearer possesses a basic German vocabulary and a rudimentary sense of humor. Anything of material interest here, Doctor? Using my methods, please.
There's a dearth of personal items of any kind. Address book, writing materials, letters, photos, that sort of thing.
Well observed. You've noted what's missing, though one would expect to find more of that sort of thing in the bedroom. Still, this chamber deserves our closest attention. What do you know of Neville's, Doctor?
An ordinary bath off St. Martin's Place. Depravity, indeed. This woman's an imbecilic prig. I shouldn't wonder if her husband dispatched himself to get clear of her.
Watson, we need to peruse the flat. Can you occupy Mrs. Mason?
Would you suggest a sharp rap on the head?
Use your imagination and your knowledge of the distaff nature.
This woman confounds my paltry knowledge, Holmes, but appeals to her vanity might not fall on deaf ears.
If I may ask, Mrs. Mason, how did you lose your husband?
He was a cooper plying his trade. Fell into a great barrel of stout and was drowned, poor dear. Clearer proof of alcohol's evils there never was.
I'm sure he thought highly of you and confided in you. Perhaps you have the names of his friends or relations in your flat?
I do not. He was orphaned by the Sepoy Rebellion, and the uncle who raised him has been dead for years. He had no family that I know about. But the ministry consider paying his back rent, do you think?
Perhaps you would like to freshen up and change your handsome frock.
Oh, why would I ever want to do that?
I'm sure that a chief inspector from the CID will be by directly for a chat. They always interview the most important parties in a murder investigation. You'll need to accompany him to Scotland Yard. There'll be numerous photographers and journalists about. I thought you might like to prepare yourself for the ordeal.
Oh, well, I see. Very thoughtful of you, Mr. Holmes. Oh, being in the public eye is such a trial. Excuse me, gentlemen. Close the door when you leave.
I suspect we'll see no more of her.
Capital, Holmes, capital. The appeal to her vanity was irresistible. It overwhelmed her suspicion that we would make off with Pratt's valuables.
I believe she knows the worth of every item in this flat to the last farthing, and it isn't much. Her exit, like everything she does, is calculated. But let us take advantage of her narcissism. You know my practice, Watson. I'm looking for anything unexpected. Useful items, hat-pins.
I'm sure. This certainly falls under the heading of unexpected.
Evidently, no establishment is so base that its reputation can't be ameliorated. Perhaps one day I shall make a study of match packet advertisements. Pratt apparently patronized the weary punt more than once. I'll just bring this along. Someone may recognize it.
I certainly hope you're not going to collect every piece of paper we come across.
Quite right, Watson. But a recent bill from Nettles and a personal note from the elusive Agnes Ratchet are suggestive. May I have your opinion of Pratt's decor, Watson?
Bordellos and counterfeit harems of the world could learn a thing or two here. Did the filing clerk fancy himself a Maharaja?
It's an old story. He was meant to be a potentate, but an accident of birth deprived him of his true destiny. What is the attraction of these devices? Is water-cooled smoke more healthful?
Hardly. One doesn't smoke for one's health. The hookah merely makes for a change. As with all habits, it is subject to abuse.
And how, in your opinion, does an innocuous habit become a vice?
Excess, Holmes, a subject about which you are expert.
You know this odor, Watson, unless I have mistaken your experience.
Opium. The acrid, nearly sickening scent is unmistakable.
The source is obvious. Its significance is less so. The bowl appears clogged with the poppy's viscous residue. Pratt's pecuniary embarrassment went far beyond defaulting on his rent.
Why do you say so?
A heap of overdue bills, requests for credit, all denied, and a record of ill-conceived investments.
He sounds a reckless fool. There, but for the grace of God, any of us might be if we're desperate enough.
Very true, Watson. It would help to know what caused his desperation. Do you recognize this remnant of red cloth?
It looks like a segment of ribbon.
Yes, government issue. The type used to bind official documents. There is no doubt in my mind that Pratt was a principal in the formula's theft. He truly was a fool.
But questions remain, surely. Why would Pratt have stolen it?
Why indeed? And what did he do with it? And where is it now?
And why was he killed?
Fools tend to be foolish more than once. They are as dangerous to their friends as to their enemies. This wax once sealed Dewar's document. I'd bet on it.
Where's the other half?
If I knew, we'd be further along. But you make a nice observation, Watson. It does appear to be nearly a perfect half of the seal. Do you suppose this is a photo of the supposititious spacemaker?
Why do you think the name is intended to deceive?
In life or literature, I'll wager you've never seen it. It's a jest. Spacemaker, or Spaßmacher, means the joker in German.
Would it be interesting to know why an alias was necessary or desirable?
At the least, he wanted to conceal his identity from Mrs. Mason, but the Act of '85 may have been on his mind.
Surely that's pure speculation, Holmes.
Not so speculative, Watson, and hardly pure. People's predilections are their own affair until their criminal actions make them mine. The seal, the ribbon, the paper ash. The evidence is suggestive.
That Pratt destroyed what he stole? Perhaps his nerve failed him, or he repudiated his treachery, but you will say suggestive evidence is not conclusive.
Quite right, Watson. There is a large crime in motion. We must not be distracted by apparent solutions to portions of it. Pratt was murdered for the part he played in the formula's theft. His killer must be sought, but the questions suggested by the theft itself are still more important.
You want to know why the theft was committed and who gained by it if not the thief.
My hat, Doctor. You have been paying attention. Wilde is widely credited with the wittiest riposte of the decade.
Which was?
The justly ignored poet laureate once approached him. "Oscar," he complained, "no one notices my work. There is a conspiracy of silence against me. What shall I do?" Wilde instantly replied, "Join it."
Regrettably, the poet laureate ignored that sound advice.
Merde!
Did you know Thomas Pratt, or do you know anyone who knew him?
You're the police?
No, we're friends of his.
You look like them.
Friends?
Police! Blast your eyes, shovel! Take a hike! Damnation, blast and bloody hell! Mild! Going east! Blast your eyes! Du bist ein Esel!
What about a drink, Watson, to gain the barman's confidence?
I'm sure you've appreciated my nearly unqualified acquiescence over the years. You'd concede that I've almost always supported your proposals unstintingly.
Rightly and well said, Watson. You've been a brick.
Then perhaps you will indulge me and let us leave directly. I would rather swim in a Calcutta cesspool than subject my constitution to the crockery and pestilential potables of this establishment.
I'll take that as a no, shall I? Perhaps this oratory experience will refine your appreciation of true musicianship.
I have never directly criticized your talents, Holmes.
No? I remember the substance of your response to my Kreutzer. Some twaddle about the esteem in which you held the aphorism, silence is golden.
You're about to hoist a foul cargo, mister. It's rivermen and sailor boys only back there. Move on or they'll find your liver round the island.
Take a hike!
May I purchase a packet of matches for my pipe?
Matches is gratis for my customers and back. Smoking tobacco's a filthy habit. I sell alcohol here. If you don't want to drink, take a hike.
I smell something strange. Perhaps I'll just walk back there.
I'll tear you a new ear hole. Entrance is by special permit only. You ain't welcome. Seamen, sailors and their friends. That's who I cater to.
Did you know Thomas Pratt?
Not by name. Who sent you?
Nobody sent us.
I don't want nobody here that nobody sent. Damnation, blast and bloody hell. Nosy persons give me ulcers. Damned if they don't.
I could ask the authorities to take an interest in your establishment.
Wait till Tuesday. The number 3 from the Scotland Yard is here with his secretary. Never misses. Now take a hike before you hurt yourself.
Merde!
Have we seen the landlord before, Watson? Is he not like the Lascar from the Bar of Gold?
Lasker, the German chess prodigy?
Please attend, Doctor. Does the proprietor remind you of the Lascar from the Bar of Gold?
That unsavoury boor was brown by nature rather than exposure, but I do suggest we give him a similarly wide berth. This chap looks positively hazardous.
Agreed. And we have not impressed him. I remarked a distinct lack of quivering with fear in the face of respectability.
Take a hike!
Suggestions, Watson?
While we have our health and our purses, I recommend a retreat.
Live to fight another day, eh?
Exactly, and preferably someplace else.
Always sage advice. At least we don't go away empty. Despite the barman's denial, Pratt was a regular here, a devotee of De Quincey. No doubt about it.